Alright guys, I'm gonna be real with you. Super Mario Galaxy, it's not only my favorite Mario game, but it's pretty much my favorite video game as a whole. Now, you're probably wondering, so, you're gonna predict Mario Galaxy 3. Well, do you think that's gonna happen? I'll talk about how they could possibly make a Mario Galaxy 3 work, or how they could possibly make the game, but for now, let's just predict the things. Now, um, let's see. I have some good ideas in mind. Now, I only have a few galaxy ideas, but perhaps I could make them work, or perhaps they could work. Now, one galaxy that I thought of would probably be called the. Hold on, sorry, just a little. My head's pretty itchy. Would probably be called the antimatter galaxy. If you don't know what antimatter is, it's pretty much matter, just everything like the atoms are charged the opposite. So maybe like how it works with matter and antimatter. If antimatter and matter collide, they create it. They delete each other and create electricity or energy. Maybe in this specific galaxy, Mario gets a gun, and then he's just like shooting, or there's a trigger right here, so he's. Wow, this actually kind of looks like a Wii remote. But he's shooting, he's shooting like things, and then when he's shooting them, he's shooting antimatter at matter walls, and then they're blowing up. Now I know theoretically in real life this isn't very logical, because I think doing that it might create atomic explosions doing that, but hey, it's not impossible. Now another galaxy that I had in mind. Now, I watched someone else's prediction series on Mario Galaxy 3. Now, this is somewhat of a ripoff from his, but I made mine different. The idea is a time travel galaxy, or how I like to actually call it, an OG galaxy. How this works is it's pretty much it kind of revolves around Mario's past, but I feel like he said it would probably just be levels from older Mario games, and we already saw that in Mario Galaxy 2. The throwback galaxy was pretty much Thwomp Fortress from Mario 64, and there was even a level in Mario Galaxy 2 which was pretty much from Mario Sunshine. I was thinking maybe this level could probably have a lot of features from old Mario games, maybe there's level designs that are similar to old games, enemies from older games, and then maybe there's a boss that's doing things from the older games. Maybe even launching 8-bit or 16-bit fireballs. Oh god, that'd be hilarious. Anyway, but I'm not really a good level designer, so. But next up, we have actually an interesting concept or idea for the next Galaxy game, and that is, of course, it's obvious, the characters. Now, here's the thing, right, about Mario Galaxy 3. I should have explained this earlier. I don't exactly see how it worked with Mario Galaxy 1 and Mario Galaxy 2, where Mario Galaxy 2 took everything. Oh, I'm trying. Yeah. Too high. Oh, that's a bit too. No, that's way too high. Mario Galaxy 2 took everything that was good from Mario Galaxy 1, put it into Mario Galaxy 2, and expanded on that, which is why people. Okay, I'll just say it. Which is why everyone says it's better than Mario Galaxy 1. So I feel like Mario Galaxy 3 shouldn't take everything from those two games. Like, it should feel like a Mario Galaxy game. Like, in the sense of, you should still be able to, like, you should still be able to use the spin attack, and of course, it should feel like the older games, but they shouldn't just, they shouldn't make it entirely like the other games, just a few extra things. This game should probably take everything good from the first two games, and then really expand on that. Because this game should probably be somewhat of its own, like, kind of like its own thing, even though it's a Mario Galaxy game. But hey, it should feel like the other two, but, you know, have a big difference. Now, one thing in the other Galaxy games was the idea of the multiplayer. How it worked was, you have one cursor, which was the player 1 cursor, and then the player 2 cursor. That's how it worked. It wasn't multiplayer co-op where, you know, two different people are on, like, two different spots. I mean, I guess that wasn't exactly easy to make until the Wii U was released, but come on now. That should have been the thing. But I feel like this next third game should not only be when multiplayer has more than one cursor, but should be that there's more than one playable character. But you're probably wondering, how would that work? Well, for starters, I just want to say, there should be more than one playable character, of course. Perhaps, you know. Now I'm just gonna name all the playable characters that I think. Now the two most obvious ones are Mario and Luigi, of course. But I'm gonna change up the roster a little bit. Now I'm gonna just list off 5 playable characters. If you're wondering, 5? Why 5? There's never been 5. Well, Mario 3D World had 5 playable characters, so why not? I feel like probably one of these characters, though, you'd have to, like, probably have to unlock, like, really later in the game, or just sometime later in the game. Anyway. So, I'm just gonna say, something I'd probably like to see about the game is probably, like, before I get into what I was about to say, actually, I just want to say, I feel like this third game probably could do something different. Like, maybe you're not actually fighting, maybe it's not the same thing, maybe you're fighting someone else instead of Bowser, and, you know, like, it's someone different, and then Bowser's helping Mario. But that's an idea, but I don't think that that's gonna happen, because Nintendo doesn't really like to change their plots. So that, I mean, with Mario 3D World they did, like, Bowser doesn't capture Peach, he captures Sprixies, but the thing is, they want that he was still the bad guy in that game, so probably most likely not going to change any of that. So it's probably going to be the same thing. Bowser captures Peach. Maybe his fleet is the size of a planet. I'm not even joking. Like, all the airships combined, like, their size is literally the size of a planet. So, you know, he's captured Peach and all that. But maybe. So here's the character roster. I'm going to go with the more obvious ones, and then I'm going to end off with the probably one that you would not expect. So, we have, now, Mario Galaxy 3, so obviously one of the playable characters should be, so we have Luigi Mario, or Mario Luigi. Next up, you have Rosalina, of course, and then Wario. Now, you're probably wondering, why Wario? Wario was actually playable in in Super Mario 64 DS. So, yeah, that's not possible, not impossible. Now, number 5 is a character that you probably didn't expect, and that character is Princess Daisy. Now, I'm probably wondering why Princess Daisy. Okay, I'll get in. Now, I'll tell you guys what. So, of course, Mario. Now, with their kind of, you know, regular abilities, Mario should, of course, be the most balanced of the bunch. Luigi should jump the highest, but of course he's slippery. It's actually something they did in Mario Galaxy. He was actually, like, you could play it after you beat the game as Mario, you could play it as Luigi, and he was very slippery. And, of course, you have Wario. Now, Wario should be the strongest one, so he could probably... See, this is Mario Galaxy, so of course, they have to have the... All of them should be able to use the spin attack. Now, Wario's could probably break things that the other characters can't. Like, he can break this thick stone, and the other ones can't break the thick stone. You know... But the benefit to that is that he's slow. Like, he doesn't run, like, he runs slower. Either that or his jump could be smaller, but hey. Now, we also have, Daisy. Now, you're probably thinking, how could Daisy be in here? Well, thanks to Smash Bros. Ultimate, we know that Daisy can also glide. So she's probably, this could probably be Nintendo's chance to, like, give Daisy a chance. Like, hey Daisy, here you go, you can be, here's your chance at, you know, being useful. And then they just have her instead of Peach, and she can glide just like Peach. Well, I guess the anti-gravity in Mario Galaxy, because there's rarely a time when Mario has a regular, like a regular gravity jump. But I feel like maybe Daisy's glide could probably be used in levels where the gravity isn't anti-gravity. Like where the gravity is probably pretty strong, Daisy's glide could be used there. Definitely couldn't be used in like levels where it's all, you know, where the gravity is weak, because that would make no sense. Of course, now we have to talk about Rosalina. Now this was a hard one for me to decide, because Rosalina was a playable character in Mario 3D World, but her ability was the spin attack. But the problem is, I'm pretty sure all the characters are gonna have the spin attack. So I was thinking like, how could Rosalina have the attack? Let me see. I'm gonna shoot some smart juice into my mouth. Oh, I got an idea. So the idea probably, now I know this is pretty lame sounding. See, Mario does his spin attack, like, he goes like, hiya, wait, hiya. So, he does it, like, once every 2 seconds. Maybe Rosalina's could be way faster, so she does, instead of, like, Mario and Luigi and Wario, Daisy, you know, Mario go like, hiya, 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 like the rest of them. But Rosalina would go like, hiya, 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 like, a lot, like, way faster spin attacks, what I'm saying. Like, maybe once every 1 second, or maybe once every half a second. Now, I was thinking of that, then I thought of another idea. Maybe she could use 2 spin attacks after jumping. Because the spin attack has also been known to, like, keep them in the air. So after they jump, after they use the spin attack, they'll get extra height. But then I thought, that would make her overpowered. And then I gave her... So I just decided that the idea of her having fast spin attacks is pretty much going to be her idea. Also, with spin attacks, of course, they're all going to pretty much be the same, except for Wario's is the strongest one, Rosalina's is the fastest one, and I thought, since Luigi can jump the highest, maybe his spin attack doesn't increase his height, but it, like, if he uses it in the air, he just uses it in the air and it doesn't. Okay, actually, well, I wasn't thinking it should give him extra height. I think it's just it can break his fall, but it can't make him go high. So it can, like, if he's falling, he uses it, he stops falling for a second and then keeps falling. Not like he's falling, uses it, it goes upward, because he jumps high, so that would be overpowered. Now, I was thinking of this. I know a lot of people are going to disagree, because, like, I know a lot of people like the idea, like, here's how I think it could probably work. Now, in Mario games, there are certain abilities, and I feel like certain abilities could probably be limited to certain characters, so that people could probably have, like, so maybe it could be work like this. Mario can wall jump, you know, he does the wall jumps. Luigi could probably do the long jump. Wario could do the roll. Daisy could probably Oh god. Could probably do. Oh wait, what's it? Like where they jump and not all of them should ground pound, okay? But I think Daisy could probably do that thing where she does the ground pound and then like in Mario Odyssey they do the ground pound and then jump. I feel like she should probably be able to do that. And Rosalina could probably do a backflip. Now I know you're all probably thinking that should be limited to all the characters should be able to use those abilities. I feel like different because it probably see if you could do all of those things with one character. I mean, oh boy, it see in Mario Galaxy you can pull off some pretty good stunts with Mario and all of his moves. Like you could use long jumps to like skip this part. Oh, is that high? Oh, is that a height up there? Oh, is that high and I have to go all the way over there and then do all that? No, thank you. And Mario could just backflip and then get up there and then just do some long jumps. Well, maybe each character should have their own those separate abilities because of that reason. And in Mario 64 DS, Mario was the only one who could wall jump. Now I know you're probably all thinking, so so. A lot of people didn't actually really like that feature, so that's a possibility. Okay, I'm not saying they should do it. I'm saying it's a possibility that all them, whatever. Now, I think that they should have separate abilities also because maybe they should give people more of a reason to use separate characters because in the older Mario games, like Mario 3D World or Mario Bros. 2, the American version, people could just choose one character as long as they're good at it, and then they're set for life. Like, really? Feel like Mario 64 DS was kind of required you to use different characters, but not all that much. So, yeah. But, I feel like this game should have like a variety of things for different characters to do. Like you needed to be able to do these high jumps for Luigi, or you need Daisy's gliding ability to make these long jumps, which none of them other ones can clear. And then maybe there's one where you need Rosalina's incredible backflip. So I don't know how that would work, but you had to use Rosalina's backflip because maybe her backflip has an ability that others don't have. And then there's sections where Mario has to do the wall jumps. Oh god, I'm sorry. I'm feeling a little nauseous right now, but I'm persevering. So yeah, that's really all I have to say, to be honest, about the characters. Also, I know you're thinking, no, I do not think that Yoshi should be a playable character in this game. Sure, he was one in Mario 64 DS, but I just think he's better as a rideable. And in Mario Odyssey, you could technically say you were playing as him in that game, but not really, because Mario, he was captured by Mario. Actually, sounds gross, but he was possessed by Mario, and okay, I can't not make it sound bad. But Mario threw Cappy on Yoshi and then took over Yoshi, and that's how you could play as Yoshi in that game. So that's technically still a rideable. So I feel like Yoshi should be a rideable in the game. Of course, now rideable in the game, and then stuff. So he's a rideable. He should, yeah. And he probably still has the same abilities he had in the second game. Don't really know what else to say, to be honest. I'm sorry, guys. It's just something. My stomach, it's just getting really nauseous. So I'm gonna have to start speeding up a little bit. So yeah. And then maybe. Oh God. Bowser. Okay. Now we have some power-up ideas. Now, one thing that's interesting to note about all the other Mario games was the powers were very limited. And what I mean by that was, like, there wasn't a huge, like, unless you include the captures in Mario Odyssey, in which, oh god, there's a lot of power-ups. But if you don't, then the actual power-up range was pretty small. Like not every Mario game had a lot of power-ups. Like I mean, Mario Bros. 3, the 80s game, had, like, what? Like 4 power-ups? Or, well, 5 power-ups? Freaking. Which New Super Mario Bros. Game had the most power-ups? Pretty much just that one. New Super Mario Bros. U had, which had the most of the, that, and that, and that. Oh, good. So, I guess New Super Mario Bros. U. Oh no, if you include the deluxe version. Okay, that had 8 power-ups, but the power-ups are pretty limited. And for a platformer game that could take like an 11 hour, like, Mario games nowadays take like 11 hours to complete. So I feel like that they should have a bigger power-up. Now I feel like here's my roster of possible power-ups. You have all now any power-ups I'd like to see and any power-ups I wouldn't want to see. So power-ups I would like to see: Super Mushroom, Fire Flower, Ice Flower, Tanuki Suit, cat suit, freaking. How about maybe the Hammer Bros suit? Possibly the Boomerang suit. Sorry, it's just hard. Maybe the wing cap. Either the star or metal cap. Either the vanish or the vanish cap or the boom mushroom. Okay, actually, well, those are 2 completely different power-ups. So I guess just the vanish cap. And there's a huge variety. So those are some. Now any power-ups in Mario. Oh, and those aren't even Mario Galaxy related power-ups. So any power-ups from Mario Galaxy I'd like to see. One. Now, personally, call me biased or weird, but I think that this should be the game, the 3D Mario game in which the Tanuki suit can be used to fly. Because in every single 3D Mario game in which the Tanuki suit has appeared in, which is 3D Land, 3D World, that's it, okay. It's not a flying object. Now, I get it. In Mario 3D Land and Mario 3D World, if there was a flying power-up, douchebag, like, Mario 3D Land and Mario 3D World are pretty big, but if the Tanuki suit could fly, just freaking go over all this platforming and then you win. You win for life. So, but I do think that it should be a flying power-up here. Now, you're probably wondering, why would you need a flying power-up in any of the levels? Maybe it's one of those levels where you have to collect a bunch of coins. Or maybe it's like a flying level where you have to fly to a bunch of different planets with the Tanuki suit and use the Tanuki tail and kill all the enemies. The difference between the regular spin attack and the Tanuki tail spin attack is, while the regular spin attack stuns people, the Tanuki tail actually, takes out the bad guys. So, possibility. Yeah, well, Super Mario Galaxy power-ups, well, that star is a good one, but I just mentioned the... Hello?
Vitamins, sleeping pills, brush your teeth, come on, let's go.
Yes, we all know. After all. See, now, Mario Galaxy power-ups are the Boom Mushroom, the that rock mushroom, I've never... See, I haven't played the second game, so I don't know all of the power-ups. I know there's the bee mushroom, the boo mushroom, the cloud flower, the rock mushroom, and all that. So, yeah. Any of them I probably wouldn't want to see return. Now, of course, there are some. One I would not want to see return is probably the cloud flower. Now, I know a lot of people are probably not going to like that idea, because like they're probably going to be like, what's wrong with the cloud flower? And I have my reasoning. The cloud flower is overpowered, and I don't know, just something about it just makes it feel too overpowered. But anyway, and then, but then there's a but yeah, I don't know any other actual other Mario power-ups I wouldn't like to see, but anyway, that's really all I got for that, and the power-ups. Now, I don't really want to get into too much, but I will say, I feel like there should be a difficulty level selector. So when you first start the game, when you first start up your file, it says choose a level hardness, select how hard you want your game to be, and then there's easy, which is for kids, medium for average players, and then hard for speedrunners or hardcore players. And I feel like how it would work is easy. The enemies are not easy, not hard to take out, and the obstacles aren't that difficult. Medium would be the enemies are harder, but not. The enemies are harder. The obstacles are more challenging, and all that. I feel like hard mode would be the enemies are pretty strong. The obstacles are pretty violent. Yeah. And also the same thing with the bosses. Easy, the bosses are like not so hard to take out. Medium, the bosses are like, okay. They're pretty hard, but okay. And then hard mode, the bosses are insane. But I feel like the final boss should be hard no matter. Now, I'm only going to predict a few bosses, alright? So one possible boss is, I'm probably just going to guess one regular boss and then the final boss. Now, now look, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me with this boss. A lot of people are probably going to think, what is wrong with this guy? But maybe it can just be Nintendo's way of saying, okay, here you go. This character was in this game and now it's gone, okay? There you go, you got it, and then bye-bye. So, how the boss works. Come to face to Mario, Rosalina, Luigi, Wario, Daisy, all come face to face with Toadette. Yeah, that's right, Toadette. And she's under Bowser's control because Bowser has Peach. And Bowser takes the Super Crown and puts it on Peach. Peach puts it on Toadette. And you're probably thinking, Peachette as a boss? Really? That's now. I know you're all gonna not like this, but maybe the Super Crown has some, Bowser DNA on it, and then it transforms Toadette into Bowsette. I know, okay? It's not exactly a good idea, but it could be Nintendo's way of saying, okay, here you go, get this. You had your Bowsette as a boss in one of your games. They're gonna get this crap out. Like, it could be Nintendo's way of saying, all right, here you go. We gave you Bowsette in a game. All right. Now take the shoot away from us. We don't want to use this ever. We don't have to touch it ever again. So just take the shoot away from us. That's how it works. Boss, and you're probably wondering, okay, how would the boss go? So it could be like gliding around the planet, and she's shooting fire at you, and then there's parts where you have to hit her out of the sky, and then she's trying to avoid you, but you have to try and hit her while she's trying to avoid you. With a spin attack, of course. And then the final, but you're always hitting the crown. The crown is pretty much the spot you need to hit. And after you destroy the crown, you officially save the game. So, or after you destroy the crown, you defeat, like, Bowser turns back into Toadette. Now the final boss, of course, is going to be Bowser. But I have a few ideas. Maybe it could be like Mario 3D World, because in there, if you remember right, Bowser was smart, and he actually used a Mario power-up to be like, okay, you're gonna use these, you use power-ups to your benefits because they help you? Well, I guess I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine. Of course, it didn't result in Bowser winning, but it was interesting to see him actually use a power-up. So maybe in this game he could use power-ups to his benefit. Maybe there's one where he's using the Tanuki tail flying around shooting fire at the arena. And maybe the boss also includes him, with the help of Bowser Jr., shooting the place. Now I want the final boss to be hard. Okay, maybe not like in easy mode, it's difficult. Pretty difficult. Okay, let's say, I feel like the final boss should be like, in easy mode, it's somewhat difficult. It's like pretty difficult, pretty not brutal, but near brutal. In medium, it should be pretty much it should be pretty brutal. Actually, well, in easy mode, it should be not so easy, but it should be doable. In medium mode, it should be pretty around brutal. In hard mode, it should drive people insane. So, I feel like how it works is Bowser uses the power-ups, and he could use the Tanuki suit, fly around, shoot projectiles all over the arena, probably attack Mario, and the only way to actually beat him is eventually you can use POW blocks against Bowser. Maybe, though, the final phase is Bowser uses a Power Star. Now, you're probably thinking, you're fighting Bowser with a Power Star, you're not gonna beat him with that. But maybe there's an actual item that can be used to actually deactivate the Power Star, and then once you do that, you use it on him, and he loses his Power Star, and then maybe he has the Tanuki suit while he has his Power Star, and then you have to try and damage him, and then of course you damage him and stuff. So yeah, you damage him, and then boom, you win. But it's not easy to damage him because the times where he's exposed, or exposed meaning the times you can damage him aren't exactly often. So yeah, I don't know what the first two phases could be. It could probably be one phase. His first phase is just him with a fire flower, or pretty much regular him, just his fireballs are a little bit more extreme. And then the second phase could probably be him with I don't know. Maybe it could probably just be Meowser, but we already saw Meowser, so it'd be kind of annoying for Nintendo to actually reuse one of their bosses. Any other good power-ups? Well, I feel like maybe the second phase could probably just be his regular Tanuki suit, but the third phase is him using the Tanuki suit again, but he's also using the Power Star. And each phase takes 3 hits in order to make him move on to the next phase. What makes the Power Star one harder, or the Superstar one harder, is you can't damage spots where he would probably normally be able to get hit. He can't get hit, and then it's hard. But I feel like the spot should be hard because in Mario Galaxy, and especially Mario Galaxy 2, the final bosses weren't all that difficult. In Mario Galaxy, it was pretty difficult. It was not so easy. It was kind of medium, but doable. I think if you're good at the game, you're at most gonna lose once. And Mario Galaxy 2, oh god, that boss is just ugh. Mario Galaxy 2 final boss was really, it was super cinematic. Bowser's, they're there's a big black hole behind them, and and the music for that fight was just phenomenal. Or is that the word? Phenomenal, actually, that's the word. The music for that fight was just phenomenal. But the main problem with that fight was it was very easy, because all you had to do was just ground pound a bunch of asteroids at Bowser, and then literally you just hit him twice, and then boom, you win the game. it was literally it seemed like the easiest 3D Mario boss fight. But now let's get to now. I feel like this third game should probably make the boss a lot either a little bit, or if you choose hard mode, a lot harder. But anyway, I feel like hard mode would probably just be just constant ships shooting. Like maybe you're on a planet. I feel like the final boss on hard mode would probably be just a bunch of rockets shooting the planet and a bunch of Bowser's fires spreading all across the planet. You know, just that the planet's getting blown up. You know, I feel like it would probably just be insane and there's a lot of stuff going on. Who knows? Maybe you can unlock an insane mode in which the final boss fight is pretty much impossible. But I think the level of difficulty would probably be easy, normal, and hard. Yeah. Ooh, I actually did have a power-up idea. And it's the Starflower power-up. How this Starflower power-up works is it's like the fight, like in the original Mario Galaxy 2, in the original 2 Mario Galaxy games, there was one flaw. The fire flowers in those games were timed, meaning you couldn't use them when like the fire flower and the ice flower, they lasted. They didn't last forever. You didn't have to take damage to lose them. You lost them because of a time limit, in which those are the only 2 games that was the case. So I feel like this new game should probably take that away from the fire flower and the ice flower, but should add that to the new star flower. And the star flower is used to, like, it's not shooting just regular fireballs, but you're literally shooting star balls, and these star balls explode on impact, and they create a lot of explosion. Like, they're pretty much mini supernovas. Who knows? Maybe this could be how you defeat the final boss. Bowser accidentally summons a big sunflower, and then when he realizes, oh shoot, I just gave him the sunflower, then he starts to freak out, and then you just shoot him, and then he gets defeated. Although the star one, I don't know about that. I feel like with the star one, you have to use some sort of magical technique to take away his superstar power, and then get the sun power, and use that against Bowser. I want this if they make the third game, I want the final fight to be hard and really epic at the same time. I don't know how they could possibly make it both epic and, phenomenal, but hey, it's a Mario game. They can make it happen. I mean, the Mario Galaxy games don't get as much love as they deserve. But anyway, I don't really know what else to say other than that. I'm not gonna lie, it'd be a good idea for Bowser to use different power-ups in the final boss fight. That would be pretty good. But I feel like I probably know the way he could. I know, actually, I'm trying to think. I remember something. Oh, right. I was gonna talk about how they could post the game. Also, if there's like a hub, like, you know how in Mario Odyssey you travel in the Odyssey? I feel like if this game has like a hub world, like, or, a hub where you're traveling on, it should be the observatory. Or it could be the observatory with Planet Mario right next to it. Now, that's a good idea. But anyway. Now, I don't know how to make this possible, because Mario Galaxy 3, I don't think we're gonna see this on. I'm not very hopeful we're gonna see this on the Switch. If you're wondering why, it's because, well, every console has its own Mario game. Has its own Mario 3D game. The Nintendo 64, Mario 64. The GameCube, Mario Sunshine. The Wii had the Galaxy games. The Wii U, Mario 3D World. And the Switch, Mario Odyssey. I feel like they keep this pace where almost every console only has either has one Mario 3D Mario game, or two but it's on the same franchise and or the same genre. And I feel like we're probably not gonna get this for the Switch, but unless they could make it work, like they either re-release Mario Galaxy and Mario Galaxy 2 in one bundle, which wouldn't really make sense, but they could re-release Mario Galaxy and Mario Galaxy 2 in one bundle, and then release Mario Galaxy 3 to be like, here's the first two Mario games, and then here's this third one. Or they could remaster the first two games, but that would require a lot of time and money. I don't know, but they don't really have to do that, because it's not going to be like a little kid's going to be like, where are the first two games? No. See, people don't play those games because they're like, wait, where was the first two games? What's going on? They play the game because they want to play the game. Heck, we may even get Mario Galaxy 3 on literally the next console, and well, we're not getting the next console in 3 years, but come on. No Nintendo console has lasted for over 6 years, and
so I'm gonna see if it's 11 o'clock. Brush your teeth, vitamin C pills.
Yeah.
Oh, and you're getting up early to help me take out the trash in the morning.
All right. I know I should probably not allow my mom to interrupt these videos, but I don't really care. So I'm just gonna try and end off this episode. Wow, it's been 41 minutes long. See, it's I feel like they'd probably release it for the next console, whatever the next console is. Imagine they just call the next console the 4DS. We had the DS, the 3DS, the 2DS. What's weird is the 2DS actually came after the 3DS, which makes no sense. Okay, the reason why the 2DS came after the 3DS is because the 3DS was known for 3D effects, so they kind of skipped the name 2DS and just did 3DS. The 2DS is pretty much just the 3DS without 3D effects. So then let's just call the next console the 4DS. Like, why not? The DS sold a lot of money, and I mean, it made a lot of money. So, or sales. Perhaps whatever. So yeah, 4DS. It'd probably just kind of be like the Switch, but more advanced, of course. That's really all I have to say. They could just release Mario Galaxy 3 and be like, hey, if you didn't know, we had Mario Galaxy games earlier. Yeah. They could re-release Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 on a pack, and then release Mario Galaxy 3 like right after. Or who knows, maybe in Mario Galaxy 3, ooh, I just had an idea. Now, I know this seems cheeky and probably would make the game a lot more expensive, but hear me out. Maybe if you complete the game, like let's say you complete the game, maybe you have to complete. Ooh, tell you what though, the final level, I don't know how that could be, but tell me why. But I feel like in Mario Galaxy 3, the final level shouldn't like be like based off like difficulty. Like it shouldn't have like a difficulty level. Like you just choose the difficulty, like easy, medium, hard. I feel like the final level should be. You can't choose its difficulty, and but it's like it should probably be the hardest Mario level of all time. But I don't know. Or it could be just as hard as this one from the second one, but it could be either really hard or pretty hard, or it could be insanely hard. So I feel like how it would work is just call the final level of the game the hardest level. Just call the final / hardest level of the game the black hole run, or I know. I have an idea. The black hole dash. Yep.